What, you thought I was gonna come from the door? Please, who uses doors anymore? Hey. Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? It's your girl Butterfly T back with another video. Hope you guys been doing good today. If not, well, let's hope that this video brightens up your mood. Because that's what I'm good at. I would hope. If you're new here, hi, what's up? I'm Butterfly T. How's it going? This is my second video coming back. I'm trying to keep a roll, keep it going. So I'm doing good so far. The momentum is still there. If you are not new, hey, what's up? Yep, I told you I was back. I'm so serious. I'm going to keep this up. Today, if you have not read the title, I shall be talking about my Loc journey. On January 12th, that was when I decided to become a Loc girly. January 12th, 2022 to be exact. So you would have thought that I would have, created this video long before and then have it be posted on January 12th on the day of my Locversary. But no, this video idea came up after I uploaded I'm Back. So things happen. But yeah, January 12th marked 4 years of having my locks. But let's rewind time. Let's go all the way back to 2021. That was when I was contemplating on getting locks. Matter of fact, how about we go even further? Let's go further back in time to when I was a little girl. And as I talk about all this stuff, editation, please show pictures and stuff like right here. Right here is fine. Before I had gotten locks, I had always had hair. Lots of it. It was... How do I describe my relationship with my hair? It's like when we first started locks, my hair always gave me a rough time, me personally. Mom had always done my hair. Nobody else. No one has ever put their hands on my hair unless they asked me if they wanted to touch my hair. And then it's like, I never really cared, but if it went on for too long, I went on ahead and, all right, back up. But usually most people keep it a couple of seconds and then keep it pushing. Yeah, my hair had always been long, and it always was, I'm tender-headed, so whenever Mom did my hair, it wasn't the greatest experience. It was not the greatest experience because I was sitting here, tears and everything. Meanwhile, Mom was trying to make sure my edges are down and stuff and everything is in place and neat. That was her gist. It was always neat. And so when she made sure it was neat every time. And so through the pain, I always had my hair done thanks to her. And it was always long, like down to my butt. So not past it, but it was there. And so, yes, my mom had put in a few perms in my head here and there when I was young. I do remember those days. Do not miss the smell. Do not miss the burning. I don't miss any of that. She stopped after, I'd say she didn't do it often. I don't think. I remember a few couple times, but after that she stopped because she noticed how it was, breaking my hair out and everything. She would always do my hair. It was like every 2 weeks we would wash it and then she would, put it in a bun or put it in braids. And there would be times where, as I got older, I would try to do it myself. There have been a few times I had my hair straightened. I don't have a lot of pictures of that, but there have been a few times that my hair was straightened. I think my hair was straightened a lot more often when I was in middle school. I think it was either middle school or junior high. It was between one of those. But after a while, once I got to like high school, I started to embrace my natural hair as it is, despite the troubles it gave me. Like doing it by myself, it's like, for one, I was always scared of ripping my hair and stuff, so I was not as like forceful with it, even though I'm heavy-handed, and I think that's also why I was so scared. I'm heavy-handed, so I was scared I was going to do something to my hair and like to where it would like fall off of me or something. I don't know. And then of course Mom would follow behind and do something with my edges because I never really had my edges down and all that good stuff. After a while, me and my hair wasn't getting along because I would be trying to comb it out and it just would not do what it needed to do. If anybody's wondering what hair type I am, I think I am, I want to say 4A. It wasn't 4C. It wasn't 4C, but with how it was acting like it was 4C because my left side, the left side of my hair, sure. The left side of my head is thicker than my right side. So whenever it was time for me to comb my hair out after shampooing it and conditioning it, I always had an easier time combing out my right side. But for whatever reason, my left side said, F you. I'm not going to make it easy for you. And it was just, I don't miss those days at all. I don't. Because I would sit here like 30 minutes to an hour trying to make sure literally every piece of my head was combed out. And it got to a point where I just said bump it, but there'd be times I didn't comb the back of my head because that was like the worst for me. So it was rough. And then you would have thought that I would try to straighten it. I did try to straighten it by myself, but I could never do it like mama could. I tried, and I wish I had a picture of it. It was still like, it looked like it was like, okay, that was cute. Now let's get back to the curls. And so mom had to come through and of course do her thing and, make it straight. So, and then there were times where I would rock the fro. I've had plenty of pictures where I rocked my fro. But again, the way that I was maintaining my hair and was trying to take care of it, it wasn't the best because I just did not have the energy or the time to really try and get to know my hair and properly take care of it and stuff. So it could have been long, but my fro was pretty. Compared to now, I'm pretty sure if I went back, it'd probably be a huge behind fro, but back then it wasn't really all that. Could have been shrinkage. It could have been shrinkage. But yeah, no. And so when I had got to college, mom would always braid my hair. I just always had my hair in braids. It was always every 2 weeks. Sometimes we would be like after a month because we don't be feeling like it. But almost every 2 weeks, wash my hair, condition it, mom would get to braiding. I was doing that for a while, but then after college and taking a 6-month break of just being in the house before job searching because it turned out that what I was going for wasn't what I was wanting. Story for another time. I was over here contemplating about locks. I sat here, looking at all of these girls with these locks and beautiful behind locks. I'm like, that look, maybe I could do that. And it took me a while. So fast forward to 2021, that's where I was really contemplating. I was sitting here, thinking about it. I was looking at videos. I was reading articles on how to take care of it. Like I legit did the research before I was like, okay, I'm ready for it. And so January came around and I told mom, I was like, Mom, I think I'm ready to go locks. I'm ready to join the lock gang. I went on ahead and ordered all the stuff that she needed to help me make my hair into locks because I was so excited because I was sitting here thinking like, yes, me and my hair, we got this rocky relationship going on, but I think that once we become locks, we'd be good. We'd be straight. We'd be solid. And so I had ordered this type of comb. I cannot find it anywhere anymore. Like, I would have to go and see if I can still have it, if I still have it. Anastasia, if I do find that comb, please show a picture of it because I legit cannot find this comb anywhere anymore. I forgot what it was called, but it was this type of comb that I saw on this video on like how to make your hair into locks. And they used this like comb. It was double-sided. It was small. And they legit just made coil twists. That's all it was. It was just help you make coil twists. And I legit can't think of the name for it. You would think be like what, a coil twist comb? But I tried looking that up and I couldn't find that specific comb for the life of me. So hopefully I have a picture of it, either that or I would make a sketch of it. But yeah, so I ordered that off of Amazon, I believe. Probably wasn't even Amazon, probably was eBay. I don't know, I can't remember. It's been, 4 years now. So ordering the comb ahead of time. Mom already had some grease on her. I ordered the comb for her. She already had the stuff to help with making these things a reality. And so we sat down. I showed her the video and she just, went to work. She went on ahead, made the coil twist. I have pictures of the day that she did it. I even took pictures of my hair before I went through it. Ignore the Instagram filters. Look, I was filming the Instagram filters at the time. And then she went to work, got my coil twists in, and that's what I looked like at that time. When I tell you, The emotions I felt at that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. But at the same time, I was like, wow, I look like an egg.
No, 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 no.
I legit, no, kid you not, do I not look like an egg? Be honest. Like, bro, look at this. Shout out to my best friend that I legit asked her, hey, could you make me into an egg real quick? She was like, I'm sure. like why? And I didn't tell her no other details. I just told her to make me look like an egg real quick. And she did it. So yeah, that's what I felt like I looked like at the time. I was sitting here like, wow, my locks are so short. And it did something to me, not gonna lie, it did. But I was like, you know what, just give it time. And I know it's gonna look how I want it to look. Once I had that done, I looked up more just to remind myself on how to go about these things. And they had suggested, when I say they, I mean like articles, random articles that I looked up. They suggested I give it a couple months before I try to wash them or anything. The way that I went with my locks. So my locks started to look like they were mature around like after like 6 months, I believe. It was around 6 months or 7 months. They started looking like, okay, they should be good if I were to like wash them and stuff. As far as the retwist process, mom did help out with that in the early stages. She didn't palm roll them. What she did was like this crocheting technique she had looked up on Pinterest. She always gets her ideas from Pinterest. And like she saw this crocheting thing. So we did the crocheting for like a little bit, for like a good couple months. Or at least it was until I started to go ahead and was like, okay, mom, I think I got it. But she did retwist my locks until I was like, okay, I'm gonna wash my locks and then I'm gonna do it myself. Because, you know, as much as I love mom, and I love her so much, I want to do my own hair. Like, okay, mom, I'm grown now. I should be able to do my own hair at this point, even though it probably won't require as much. But I wanted to give her hands a break from my hair. She was retwisting my locks for a year. I did not wash my hair until after a year, when I knew for sure my locks were going to stay and not, leave me. And believe it or not, my hair didn't stink. If anybody's wondering, like, wouldn't your hair stink if you didn't like wash it for like a year? No, surprisingly no. Like, and I've even had people compliment, like, hey, your hair smells nice. People get this like, what's the word I'm looking for? They have this assumption that people with locks just stink. And it's like, far from that. If you take care of your locks, it's not going to stink at all. If it stinks, then yeah, that's because that person just left them there and it's just neglecting it. But no, we wash our locks. There's a lot of us that wash our locks and tend to them and making sure like, yeah, it's clean and it's good. I know some people may stink, but I'm not part of that group. So don't assume that somebody with locks is just funky, because that's not true. But yeah, so after a year, that's when I went on ahead and decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and wash my locks and, wash my scalp and stuff. I was so nervous, but I trusted the process. I looked it up. They suggest to just shampoo it and then immediately start retwisting, because it's easier to handle your locks when they're wet. And I do have a spray bottle. Here it is. I do have a spray bottle that I use to wet my locks in case it does get dry in the middle of me trying to retwist everything. Started retwisting my locks, my own locks. And first time around, it was okay. It was pretty decent. I was scared because I was washing my locks, but I would still see some like shampoo in there. I'm like, dang, how long do I gotta, have my head under the water for me to be like, okay, yeah, they're good. Like, I was still trying to figure out the whole thing. And so I'm over here washing my locks, and they suggest not to use conditioner. I know some people probably use their conditioner for their locks. I don't, okay? Because I looked up and it said how it softens your locks. It softens your hair. And by softening your hair, you're making your locks looser than you would probably want it to be. I just shampoo it. I don't condition my locks at all. I just shampoo it, wash it, and then just get to retwisting. I palm roll my locks. I don't crochet them. Mom did that, and palm roll is the way to go for me. So I palm roll my locks. I have my little pin, or what they call pins, clips. Here they go. I had way more when I started, and then I just started losing them. I need to clean these. But anyway, I had these. I don't let anybody retwist my locks. And I know I keep saying that. I know I said that at the beginning of the story time, but I'm gonna emphasize that. I do not let anybody touch my hair. I don't need anybody's energy be transferred into these things. Thanks. Products that I use, if anybody is curious, I use Jamaican mango and lime. I use this locking gel, of course. I use this locking gel. I use the oil for my scalp. I oil my scalp with this, and it's really nice, and I love how it smells and everything. And then whenever I do shampoo my hair, I always use Shea Moisture. I be trying to find stuff that doesn't have sulfate or anything in them, and this has no sulfate. So there you go, Shea Moisture. They suggested to not use shampoo that got sulfate in them or anything, and I think they said something about leaving residue and stuff in your locks. So I try to find products that don't leave no residue into my locks. So yeah, there we go. So I use Shea Moisture, that Jamaican mango and lime, and that's it. That's literally all I use for my hair. So first lockversary, my hair, it had gotten some length, and I'm pretty sure Anastasia is still showing pictures as I'm talking. It wasn't like long. But even then, I think some people were still shocked at how long it was for locks to be like only 1 year old. And I had to explain to folks like, well, my hair was long before, I started. So that's the only reason why it's the way it is now. I tried to compare lengths between the years. I had one where it's like when I started, and then after 1 year, I don't know what happened to that photo. The second year comes in, now it's 2024, 2 years old. I think I have a picture between 2023 and 2024. It should be right there. That's when it had gotten a little more length to it, and it was like in the middle of my back, I believe. And then I did not do one for the third lockversary. I didn't do it that time. I think it was because I wasn't really thinking much about it. But it was getting close to my butt at that point. You just have to take my word for it. It was getting a little close to my butt at that point. And so now here we are. It's been officially 4 years. People are shocked when I tell them that it's been 4 years. Again, because my hair was already long, that's why it's the way it is. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure it'd probably still be like in the middle of my back somewhere. But yeah, here they are. Let me get up so you can actually see like how long these locks are. But yeah, here they are. Here's my locks. Let me turn around so you can see how long. Maybe we could do a comparison or something. I don't know if Entertain's gonna pull up a photo, but yeah, I'm looking straight right now. And yeah, let me look. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's about touching my butt. Just about. I'm looking straight. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's any longer than it is. If I were to look up, I'm pretty sure it'd be past my butt now. But no, I'm looking straight. But yeah, there you go. These are my locks now. It's been officially 4 years. I'm still happy with these things. I've had a few people ask me if I was going to ever remove these babies, and my answer to that question is no, never. I'm never going back. Heck no. No, don't get me wrong. My locks still give me some problems, especially when I'm trying to retwist them and stuff. I have a few, not even a few. There's this one lock in here. I'll go in and show her. This one lock, she's acting like she wants to leave me. Hold on. This one, you can barely tell, but I don't know. Maybe you can. But this one acting like she's trying to leave me. If you can't tell, I've had to like make a loop so that she wouldn't break off. Surprisingly, she's still here. You'd have thought she'd have broken off a long time ago. But no, she's still hanging. It's just that, she's posing like, okay, you're going to have to let me go sooner or later. But I'm not letting her go. I'm not letting her go. If she do, it's going to be because, I don't know, I give it to my husband or something for him to keep. He'll be my husband soon. How soon? I don't know. We don't know yet. Yeah, these are my locks. I'm not giving them up for nothing at all whatsoever. They're staying. There have been a few times if the thought comes around. But no, I'm very, very comfortable with my locks. Very comfortable with them. Now, as far as them getting like super long, and I'm pretty sure some people are wondering like, do I deal with like neck problems or anything? I mean, it's not major yet anyway. I really don't be feeling any problems in my neck. Like, they are heavy. They do got some weight to them. I will admit that. They got some weight to them. But as far as like my neck being affected by it, not yet anyway. The only time my locks would like make me feel any type of way is when I'm trying to like work out and I would have it in a ponytail, but I'm over here sweating and stuff, and then I'm thinking, my locks are touching my sweat and stuff. I thought about getting like head wraps, but I have so much like locks, I don't know what to do with them. I could probably get a head wrap. I would have to look up videos. Yeah, that's the only time it makes me feel icky, is when I'm working out and I'm sweating and my locks are touching my sweat. I still retwist my locks. I do it every 2 weeks. I've been sticking to that rule. There are times when I'll feel a little lazy and I'll wait maybe after a month and then I retwist them. As far as washing them, I try to wash them the day of, so I would wash them and then retwist. But again, there are times where I don't feel like washing my hair, but I know I need to retwist them. So like after 2 weeks, I won't feel like shampooing them or nothing, but I know I need to retwist. So there's times I will retwist my locks without washing them first, but I make sure that doesn't go on for too long. Like maybe that 1 week I'll be like, yeah, I'll retwist them, but after these next 2 weeks, I gotta wash them. So I'm not just sitting here just letting, just dirt and stuff just gather around, have a kumbaya in my scalp. No, never. Never. I try to keep it to where I don't ever reach that state. If I do, then I need somebody to talk to because that's not what we're going to do. That's it. That's my loc journey. Been enjoying it this entire time. There's been ups and there's been downs, but regardless, I still love my hair. Me and my hair has been trying to get along. We've had a rough relationship for these past 26 years. Gonna turn 27 on the 29th. But anyways, been having it rough, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We've been loving each other. I've been trying to show my hair a little more love, trying to take care of it and stuff. It don't take much with locks. I know it doesn't, but for some people it could be a lot. So, just because my loc journey is easy, I don't mean the next person's is. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment down below. If you have locks, what's your loc journey like? Like, what made you join the loc gang? How long have you had your locks? And hey, what routine do you use? Why not? And if you don't have locks, are you thinking about getting locks? Does this video influence your decision on getting locks? Or not getting them, whatever you do. And if you don't have locks and don't want locks, then comment down below what'd you eat today. Because I don't know. How's your day going? I hope your day's going good. What'd you do today? Yeah, what'd you do today? What's your hair like? What you do with your hair? There you go. Yeah, stay on topic, Tasia. Jeez. I'm trying to include everybody, okay? And then share with your friends, family, enemies, and frenemies. Yes, even your enemies and your frenemies. Because why not? And I'll see you guys next time. Butterfly Tea signing off. Bye.